You're teaching your students that all the dogs in the world came from a rock. I had one woman, come to me after a debate one time. She was steaming down the aisle. Boy, she was mad. Oh, I could tell I'm in trouble now. I stood there quivering in my boots, you know. She walked up and she said, "Tonight, you said, we believe we come from a rock. We do not believe that." I said, "Well, ma'am, calm down just for a minute." I said, "Do you believe in evolution?" She said, "Yes, I do. I'm a professor here at the university." I said, "Well, would you please tell me then where we came from?" She said, "We came from a macromolecule." I said, "Where did that come from?" She said, "From the oceans, from the prebiotic soup." I said, "Where did that come from?" She said, "Well, it rained on the rocks for millions of years." And you could see it was slowly dawning on her. I do believe I come from a rock, don't I? Yes, ma'am, you do. Look, that's stupid, okay? There's no kind way to say it. In general, these have not been found, yet the optimism has died hard, and some pure fantasy has crept into textbooks. Oh, you're kidding. Fantasy in our textbooks? Oh, yep. They tell the kids they have evidence of evolution from fossils. I don't think so. That is stupid, okay? If you find a fossil in the dirt, all you know is it died. You don't know that it had any kids, do you? And you sure don't know that it had different kids. I mean, think about it. You're in a court of law. You bring in a bone to the judge. "Judge, I found this bone in the dirt. This is the ancestor of all the humans today." They would laugh at you. You don't know that that's the ancestor of anybody, do you? And why on earth would you think a bone in the dirt can do something animals today cannot do? Animals today can only produce the same kind, right? Dogs produce dogs, folks. Luther Sunderland asked all the major evolutionists, he said, "Where is the evidence for evolution?" They all said, "Well, somebody else has it. We don't have it over here." So he wrote a letter to Colin Patterson. He's the director of the British Museum of Natural History. They've got the largest fossil collection in the world. He said, "Mr. Patterson, I read your book on evolution. I noticed you didn't show us the missing links. Why didn't you show us the missing links?" Patterson wrote back and said, "I fully agree with your comments on the lack of evolutionary transitions in my book. If I knew of any, fossil or living, I would certainly have included them. I will lay it on the line, there is not one such fossil." There are no missing links, folks. The whole chain is missing. Even Stephen Gould admitted the absence of fossil evidence for intermediary stages is a persistent and nagging problem for evolution.